High-key, a really gorgeous shot, and this show is not particularly known for outstandingly beautiful animation. Clever storytelling for sure, but over the 6 seasons they really got a handle on how to light their environments, making them more pleasing to look at.
But it takes a heart full of birthdays to be a true birthday dad.
So many fantastic cliches in this scene, but this ham-fisted rock song is my absolute favorite. Release the full track, please! Love the editorial animal pun in the front here.
What's wrong with your face?
I just don't buy it, Director Flea Daniels.
I am to this day astonished they got the actual Lee Daniels to appear in this role.
This is clearly the face of a guy who did something terrible, like, I don't know, cheat on his girlfriend with his ex-wife a couple of times, and then instead of confessing to his girlfriend, asked her to marry him. So now they're engaged, and she still has no idea? Can't you see he's racked with guilt? It's all over his very handsome face!
Really intense showing of how affected by his own lies Mr. Peanut Butter is, and how much he beats himself up and can't really accept living like this.
What?
The little goofy sound effects every time Flea jumps are so great.
I'm over the moon about continuing to work on this project.
Go home.
And this is a much more obvious showing of Mr. Peanut Butter's pattern that has repeated across this entire series, quite honestly. How he distracts himself rather than dealing with what he is actually feeling inside, denying that it's even real, an actual emotion that he should be feeling. God bless Jesse Novak for the original soundtrack for this show. This perfectly captures the long day is over, only to return to more work feeling that this scene aims to achieve. And they always nail the details in the environment too, with the various toys strewn about, playpens, and padded sharp corners. Shows how hard Princess Carolyn is actually trying to be a good mother. And how overwhelming specifically Untitled Princess Carolyn project is, because there are pins everywhere, and PC has to wear mittens just to hold her.
Would you work for a client who has no regard for your time, your personal boundaries, and your general well-being?
Yes, that's all my clients.
Well, she is your client now.
Love this depiction of Untitled PC Project as a new job, as almost a setup for Vanessa Gecko's advice at the end of this episode.
Come on.
You gotta love how creatively they manage to tell these stories and convey certain sensations, how Princess Carolyn feels as if she's just going through the motions, doing what she needs to, but not really enjoying it, on a sort of lifeless rhythm that is completely unending, and how she feels like she's doing all of it at one time. Love this cut. Such a fantastic way to portray the lack of restful sleep she's actually getting and how this new child is taking a toll on her mental health.
I gotta go to a bunch of meetings today, or as I call it, Todd Day.
Todd Day, yes, I'm aware. What meetings?
Princess Carolyn and Todd have such a great friendship. She is so non-confrontational and also on top of all of his Todd-isms.
That's marvelous. Have fun failing upward.
These super simple parenting book titles like Sleep and Why Cry? I mean, why overcomplicate it, right? A nice little animal parody of Huggies back there. Great how they keep all of these actions going during these normal scenes with conversations you have to pay attention to, just to increase that feeling of franticness and stress. Appreciate how this scene directly shows you that these aren't just actions she's imagining. She is really doing some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. The pelican hiding booze in his giant beak is a clever background gag here.
But do you remember the name of that assistant from like 20 years ago who I screamed at for bringing me a room temp Capri Sun and told to quit the business? Whatever happened to that guy?
Derek? I think he quit the business.
So I gave him good advice then.
The lack of self-awareness from Bojack, he is doing better, but still he has a ways to go.
What do you think of Riley for a girl's name?
No good. I slept with a Riley once. Didn't end well.
How about...
Maybe you should not ask me about any women's names.
Hey, there's some self-awareness. Adore how they inject as much physicality and movement into the scenes to keep them as kinetic and dynamic as possible. Really ups the stress even further and shows how they don't really cut corners in this show. They always challenge themselves to do more, even if they have have a rather simplistic animation style. Wild how they even use these other Princess Carolyns for transitions. It's so chaotic feeling, I can't even tell what's real.
I've got 2 words for you. Karen Katata. Everyone wanted to work with her. Everyone. She had more overall deal offers than an Oshkosh Bagosh outlet.
Crazy joke about a specific children's clothing brand. Also, it's fitting for what this episode is about.
Then a baby fell out of her.
Well, that...
She took 3 weeks off. 3 weeks. And when she came back, tumbleweeds, crickets. And those are just 2 of the projects she wasn't offered because the studios were dubious about her priorities.
Good way to show how misogynistic and anti-family the industry can be. Also love the different art style for this one sequence.
Do it for Karen Katata.
Adding to the rhythm in the background.
I just think of myself as having multiple apps running at the same time. I have my mom app, and my career app, and my wife app, and my yoga body app, and they're all just constantly going. All the time.
Oh no, I feel so bad for this woman. This episode was definitely written by, or at the very least consulted, several real moms.
Vanessa!
You've met my oldest, Yancey Charlemagne.
Sup?
Ugh, downright disgusting name. Straight up tragedy.
I didn't know we were supposed to bring our kids.
It's a photo shoot for women who do it all. The kids are part of the all. Otherwise, we'd just be women who do.
Oh my god, I love how you can't take 3 weeks off to be with your child, but as a woman in the industry, you're still expected to have a child to be able to even say that you're doing it all in the first place. Literally impossible expectations for women in entertainment. That is so ridiculous.
I haven't even had a spare minute to think of a name.
I love how the Princess Carolyns are color-coded, too. The turquoise ones do kind of a single action in the moment for Untitled Princess Carolyn Project, a sort of easy one-time setup, while the purple ones are more responsible for business or taking care of the environment around her, cleaning up after the baby, rather than Untitled Princess Carolyn Project directly. The darker blue ones carry out concurrent, repeated motions in the background, again for the baby, while the yellow actions represent something she is thinking about for the future, an ongoing task that she still needs to complete. And of course, the red actions represent mistakes. This show is fucking amazing at visualization.
I don't want my daughter to resent me for the rest of her life because I named her something stupid like, light socket.
Aww. Don't listen to her, light socket. She's just jealous.
This is my fear every time I make fun of a stupid name.
Vim has that massive foyer that never has anyone waiting in it. You could finally put it to use.
Vanessa is so hilariously passive-aggressive. Love how enigmatic this scene is. Like, this jingle is just seriously getting catchier and catchier and lulling you further into that sense of just going through the motions, all of it blending together as one action, one sequence. Ooh, brutal transition. You can really feel how aggressively tired she is. Again, so crucial because it's something almost every new mother experiences, and none of them should ever feel alone or inadequate for feeling this way.
Maybe I should call you back when I can write this down.
The Fujis are in, and they love fruit, especially Fuji apples, but they're not fans of Fiji water.
Fuji for the Fujis, but no Fiji. Got it.
Marion is a vegetarian, Megan is vegan, and Carrie and a few other luminaries like Gerwig and Larson won't eat dairy.
Cloister the oyster, say ta-ta to the tartar, make sure there's no feta for Greta or brie for brie.
The setup for these extremely complicated tongue twisters that we all know Amy Sedaris absolutely hates is just priceless. So many celebrity name drops, too. Like, the jokes are so well informed. How long do you think it takes to write these?
Is that a fussy baby I hear? Here's a little trick I learned.
Oh.
Also smart to portray how some mothers make it look so effortless and easy, even if that might not have been their experience the whole time. Love troughs being included in the party rentals. Are you telling me that pigs, cows, horses, etc. literally eat from a trough? Still?
Diane, hey, look, now isn't really the best time.
I came up with a bunch more great baby names while I was interviewing this boring senator.
Huh?
Nice little preview for where Diane is without revealing everything about her life.
Jacinda, like the New Zealand Prime Minister who had a baby while in office. Or what about Ravital, which is Hebrew for an abundance of dew.
I think it's also kind of sweet that Diane is trying to help PC out. The main cast, as dysfunctional as they are, definitely are good friends to one another, and they do a good job even when they're in separate locations, showing showing you how they are connected and within one another's lives.
Don't worry about it. My parents didn't name me until I was 4, and I turned out great, right? Right?
Listen, I gotta go.
Oh, Diane.
So you were saying your wife went missing in this wheat field? Oh, there she is!
What? So many great food puns in the back here, especially with these cereals. We've already seen a few of these, but wheat lumps and honey bunches of goats are great additions to the fictional cereal catalog, as well as the ever simple Quackers. And you can't forget about burritos.
Hey, over there, those flowers are dead. Could you adjust the
Princess Carolyn, the band changed their mind about the apples.
Love the addition of the bass line into the rhythm. Whoever sound designed this episode is an actual genius. Vanessa's overloaded mug. Holy shit, they even put stuff on the bottom of it. Oh, the visual gags are so well thought out.
Gala for the gala, but Fuji's like Fiji, and frigid Fuji, Fiji. Oh, you think that's funny?
Nice tiny moment of genuine bonding and joy between these two, even among the chaos.
What did you do to my film?
Oh, we had to make some edits.
I ain't got time for this. I'm prepping a sensitive coming-of-age movie about a young girl in hiding, built out of the reanimated corpses of other young girls in hiding.
In spite of everything, me still believe people are good. Fire! Bad!
Not now, Chloe Grace.
And of course, this is actually Chloe Grace Moretz for one of the more deranged movie prospects they've created on this show. Ooh, and I really like how these alternate PCs are starting to kind of fray. They used to be, despite the chaos, organized and taking care of real issues that Princess Carolyn is thinking about or needs to do, but there are Princess Carolyns in this scene that don't even need to be here, showing how frenzied her mind has become.
Listen, we're about to go have some chamomile tea and do a little guided meditation. Why don't you join us?
This is straight up so dark how this guy takes advantage of her like this, and is an excellent continuation of showing the perhaps more malicious side of rehabilitation facilities, even if they do some good. Also, is this a screensaver, or was he genuinely just watching this? Is this like a sport in his culture? Yet another genuinely beautiful shot.
Huh? What? Oh, why am I here? Mr. Peanut Butter?
Oh yeah, Mr. Peanut Butter.
This transition. I'll give them love every time they bring this jingle back.
Hello, darling.
He's home, he's home, he's home, he's home, he's home!
Extremely dog-like behavior for a family member returning to the house, and it calls a bit back to how Mr. Peanut Butter used to describe his days when he was with Diane, but now he's on the other side of it, which is wonderful development.
Do you know what I do while you're at work all day? I mostly just sit right there. Sometimes I pretend to dig a little hole and then I take a nap. And when I hear your car in the driveway, it is the best part of my day. I mean, I go insane. Hello, Internet. Keep up the good work with all those charming memes. I love the one where the boyfriend is looking at the other lady and his girlfriend turns to him with this expression of tremendous pain. How could this man who claims to love her betray her so flagrantly? That is a very sad meme.
I love this super dramatic take on this very popular meme at the time.
Oh my God, I get what's happening.
Pickles.
You feel guilty.
You're right. I feel so guilty because
you're good friends in rehab.
I feel guilty because my good friends in rehab, like you said.
Wild how, despite how badly Mr. Peanut Butter is handling these lies, he still quickly jumps on an off-ramp to avoid telling her when given the opportunity. It is that difficult for him to admit his own shortcomings, flaws, dark emotions, to even acknowledge them as real. He's hoping he can just lie until he forgets about it, pretend that it never happened, but that is never going to happen. It's just not possible. Welcome, Spawn. Clever gag with the sugar cubes.
Bojack Horseman and Mr. Peanut Butter in the same
Oh God,
room?
no, this can't be happening.
What is this?
Hello. Are you here for the friends and family meeting?
Wait, no.
You're the first friend that Bojack's invited.
I don't even remember getting invited.
This is so on brand for their relationship. Mr. Peanut Butter inadvertently and against Bojack's wishes proving that he is an actual true friend who will show up for him, even if he doesn't want him there.
Your name's Mister? My name's Doctor.
How about that?
Wait, is Dr. Champ just your name? Are you not a doctor?
Disturbing revelations.
As I was saying, I think Doug needs to be honest with his wife before they can move forward.
You're right. I need to tell her.
But on the other hand, maybe that's just your guilt talking. Isn't it sometimes better to let sleeping dogs lie? I assume your fiancé is a dog?
She's my wife, and she's human.
Okay, so your fiancé. Let's say her name is Pickles.
Wait,
She doesn't know, and she's happy not knowing. Wouldn't telling her now just cause additional pain?
So it's better not to tell her?
Oh, well, that's really convenient for you, Doug.
No,
Hey, everyone, look at Doug, deciding that the best option just happens to be the one where he doesn't get in trouble.
Mr. Peanut
But
Butter.
that's just Doug all over, isn't it? Classic, stupid, selfish, inconsiderate Doug.
Smart insight into how Mr. Peanut Butter is trying to justify it in his own mind, and how he still criticizes himself for it by projecting all of it onto poor Doug.
I understand that feeling of needing to bottle up your guilt, not burden other people with it.
Yeah?
You think you're protecting them from your toxicity. You convince yourself that you're being selfless, but it comes out in other ways, and it infects everything.
Wow, what an incredible showing of how far Bojack has already come in Rehab. How he's able to look at his own patterns and see his own lack of honesty, and how it bred the continuation of his negative behavior because he could never take responsibility and learn from those mistakes. I love that they utilize Bojack's development as catalysts for other characters' arcs this season as well. Just so incredibly well written on all fronts.
2 days ago? Oh my God, the gala!
Yeah, and you're probably worried about your baby too, right?
Oh my God, my baby!
Clever to have her think of the gala first before Untitled Princess Carolyn Project. She's still learning how to be a mother at all. I dislike when shows portray motherhood as some sort of immediate connection that is naturally formed the second a baby enters someone's life, and that is always easy to find, and taking care of them becomes second nature. No, just like anything else, parenting is a skill that you get better at as time goes on, with practice. Not to mention that there are plenty of mothers who would contradict that theory. But it's important to show realistically how difficult it can be to get used to or adjust to this lifestyle change, so that women in this position don't feel alone or like they're missing some sort of connection that they should have, feel less than other people. This is something most people have to journey through.
I was wondering if I'd hear from you, Tade. Yes, Tade. I thought maybe I'll hear from her tomorrow.
Continuing this hilarious Toddism from before and wonderfully extending it. Rule of threes.
You know how much I love hanging out with Untitled Princess Carolyn Project, but I can't, Tade, because of all these meetings I have. But if my schedule weren't so busy, I'd say, sure. I'd be happy to.
Love how the bubblegum crosses the transition line between them.
Okay. I'll be right back.
And this flashback really conveys what a gem Todd is. He said no, and even though from his perspective it seems like she basically just ignored him, he still resolves to help her anyway because he knows how stressed she is right now. The increasingly strange furniture choices are a nice touch as a satire of modern offices, especially in the entertainment industry.
Things have just been a little hectic since I've been helping out with Untitled Princess Carolyn Project.
You think the project has legs?
Yeah, she has legs.
Is Untitled Princess Carolyn Project the kind of thing that makes a lot of noise?
She sure does.
I'm in. Name your price.
Jonathan?
Jonathan. Todd's misunderstandings are truly in a comedic level of their own. I love how far he takes this, and of course that it ends up landing all on poor Pinky Penguin's lap.
It's a baby?
And she has legs.
We took a big swing with Dick Wolf's Milwaukee shows. Turns out audiences are not interested in a whole night of Milwaukee, so I already canceled Milwaukee Waste Management.
Hilarious parody of the Chicago television series. Waste Management? Come on, Pinky, who'd watch that? And they follow it up with this great poster gag, too.
So the show's called Birthday Dad. The pilot was directed by Flea Daniels, and the show will be run by Karen Katata,
the creator of Med School Nights.
And what a creative solution that shows Princess Carolyn finding her feet again, and even lifting up other women who still deserve to be in the industry and were unfairly punished for doing exactly what she is now.
So I don't want to waste any more of your time. I just wanted to say that I know you're really busy, and I'm sorry for making your life more difficult this week. And also, always. Also, I know that my apologies are pretty much meaningless at this point, and I'm sorry for that too.
Such a genuine and honestly very necessary apology from Bojack, because he is right, he has put her through a lot over the course of this series and has asked her help many times without really ever thanking her or appreciating her. And that little bit earlier in the episode when he called her asking who he should be apologizing to makes it even more important to show how much he is realizing about his life and how he is growing past this rather apathetic, unappreciative state.
Why didn't you tell me about the friends and family meetings?
I don't know, you got so much going on. I didn't want to bother you.
I would have come.
Okay.
And wow, this is just so adorable and sweet of her to say. Even with how busy she was this episode, really, that's amazingly compassionate of her.
Are you okay? You're not your usual medium clever self.
Can I ask you something? So there's work, right? I mean, work makes sense to me, and I'm good at it. I don't feel that way about my baby. I don't think I'm feeling what I'm supposed to feel, what I thought I would feel. I mean, I love her. Of course I do. Of course I love my daughter. But I don't know if I love her. I know I'm a terrible person for even thinking it, but just what if it never happens?
Do you love all your clients' projects?
Of course.
No, you don't. But you take care of them and you keep them alive because that's your job, right?
Yeah.
So now you've got a new job, and it is a ruthless one. And I mean ruthless. You don't have time to waste second-guessing how you feel about it. You just have to do it the best that you can, and know that that's the best you can do.
Such a wonderfully genuine and compassionate moment here. For this woman, who we have spent the entire series sniping at, competing with, rooting against, to recognize so quickly that Princess Carolyn isn't bringing her usual best to the table and immediately try and help her is really impressive character writing. It shows how much she respects her, and though they are rivals, how much she admires her ability to play the game, make her work harder, be better at her own job. She never hated her, as Princess Carolyn always assumed that she did. And now that they're in even closer positions to one another with regard to their lives and responsibilities, they can truly relate to and empathize with the other person, understanding them more as a human, or cat human, than they ever have previously. They can lift each other up, support one another in this extremely male-dominated industry, rather than trying to take each other down to improve their own position. They can be there for one another to ensure that they both get to keep playing the game that they love for as long as they wish to. Plus, it's just utterly fantastic parenting advice. She is absolutely right about this. The baby is in your care now, is dependent on you to survive, to grow into an emotionally healthy and well-prepared human being, and you have to raise them with as much love and support as you can. This is why people caution you to be absolutely sure before you have children. This child is here now, and you can either do your absolute best to take care of them, or you can resolve to be the person your child needs therapy because of. You have made this choice, and now you need to take responsibility for it. I know this is all really frightening and harsh sounding, but honestly, it's really important to warn people about parenthood and how extensively difficult it really is, so there are less neglected children with parents who don't try their best and act selfishly because they always assumed it would be easy. They would automatically feel that love as soon as the child was born. They didn't need to put in any effort, and everything would come to them. But that's simply not how life works, is it?
Listen, shh. Did you get the Fijis for the Fugees? Yeah. Is that silly? The Fugees were egregious when they got interviewed by Regis. Isn't that right? Ruthie?
But a really heartwarming and positive ending to demonstrate how when you do put in the effort, the love and connection can find you later on, can develop, and how this is truly the path Princess Carolyn should be walking on. She does actually want to be a mother. She can form this connection with her child. It's not always immediate, always instinctual, always there from the very beginning. It certainly can be in lucky cases, but it's not a given. Sometimes it takes time to form that really integral bond with the child and to be able to come to terms with your new lifestyle. And there's nothing at all wrong with that. That is very natural. Again, as long as you are doing your best, taking care of your child, trying to be better than you were the day before, treat them with compassion and keep them safe, you are doing everything you possibly can, and are better than millions of parents that already exist. I mean, if you're even worrying about how you're falling short, about whether you're not loving your child enough, you're really already on the right track, because you clearly care for their well-being and feel that they deserve an extremely loving parent. And since that feeling is there, I'm sure the love and connection you hear many other parents talk about with their children will follow in time. But all you can do now is make sure that this baby, this human that you are in charge of, feels safe and loved. And that will be enough. If you enjoyed this video, consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/PosiTVty. That's PosiTVty. There you get all of the videos before they go up on YouTube. You can choose exactly what you want to see on the channel, and you get the unedited essays so you can hear all of my mistakes and the things that I choose to cut out. But any bit of support really helps me out, and I appreciate you being here at all, so thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, even just watching. I appreciate your presence on this earth, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll see you for the next video. Let me know what you think it should be. See you soon!